I am filming this the day after the Super Bowl took place, and during the Super Bowl there was a discussion about the community built commander deck, and one of the guests told me to get rid of the remote farm and replace it with a dragon roost. So drop that sleeve. Plop. Dragon roost is now in the deck. Let's go. Okay, so remember, check the community tab. There's going to be an updated list of the cards. There's an updated card list for this deck. Check it out. Let me know which lands to replace with what creatures, or in this case enchantments, whatever. And so I'm going to start off turn 1 with a Dark Moose Bridge. That's turn 2. 3. Okay. Well, I've got 1 of every color. Progenitus is 2 of every color, so I'm halfway there. Just like the last time, I need a forest, and I can bring up Progenitus. I didn't draw any creatures because if I would have drawn a creature, I would have played it because I just have these. This is it. I am very good on black and blue, and black and red, but no green. So it's the Horde's first turn. Relentless Rats is a 2/2, and I take 2 damage. I drew a forest. I now have 2 forests, and 2 of every other mana type. I can play Progenitus now. Progenitus, which is my commander by the way, is a 10/10, a Hydra Avatar, protection from everything. It's the Horde's turn. Swarm of Rats, power is equal to the number of rats in play. Its defense is 1. So that's a 2/1, which is going to be blocked, but it's going to be eaten by a Hydra. And I take 2 damage. Horde's turn. A second Relentless Rats, it's going to get eaten by a Hydra. It's still a 3/3, and those are both 1, so I take 5 damage. Planes. Mathematically speaking, if I attack, because it's a 10/10, if I attack that deck, the Rats, there's 100 cards. Actually, there's less than 100 cards. I attack them about 9 times, I would win. Being at 31 is risky, especially when there's not many creatures in this deck. But I'm going to go rogue, and I'm going to attack. Now, in that 10, that's not important, not important, kind of, not important, that is bad. Phage the Untouchable was in that, so that's good. Another Swarm of Rats. A Bad Moon, which actually would have helped my Progenitus because it's black. It's all colors. And then the Raking Canopy doesn't do anything. But the fact that there's 2 Phages in this deck, one of them's gone already. So that was a good thing. It's the Horde's turn. 1/1 Skulk Death Touch. And I'm taking all of that damage. Which is 6 damage. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, I drew a second creature. I can play the spell and then the creature. And then play it as a creature. Which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to scan the clouds. I'm going to pay. I've paid 2. I'm going to draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. I drew a land and a commander sphere. I'm going to discard Dimir Aqueduct and Rakdos Guildgate. a foiled Rakdos Guildgate before they were all screwed up and bendy. Then I'll play a Tempest Heart, which is a 3/4 elk, elemental elk, with trample. Whenever you cast a spell of 5 or greater, put a 1/1 counter on it. I'm playing a Command Spear. And then I'm going to play a land. The 10 cards, it's nothing. There's nothing special there. It's the Horde's turn. Gutter Skulk is a 2/2. Tempest Heart is going to block the Relentless Rats. And I take 6 damage. I'm playing a Scrub land. I'm not going to attack this turn. It's the Horde's turn. 1, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Swarm of Rats is a 6/1. I'm going to block Pagentis. And the Tempest Heart is going to block that. And I take 4 damage. I'm not going to attack again. The Horde's turn. Intimidation. Creatures the Horde controls can't be blocked except by black creatures. Pagentis is black. The Heart's not. So, he's going to block a token, because that has Death Touch. Although, it would have protection from Death Touch anyway. But regardless, I'm taking 3 damage. I'm going to attack with Tempest Heart. The second Bad Moon just went away. A second Rancid Rats. Pagentis is going to block that rat, because it's just there. So I'm taking 8 damage. This is the best that this deck has done so far. That's the end of this. As like I said, this was the best the deck has done so far. It's nice to see that I got Tempest Heart out this time. Because, yeah, every other suggested card hasn't come out yet. Except for the Scoot Mob. Which then, I remember the Scoot Mob came out, like, the turn before I died. But hopefully next game we'll get the Dragon Roost out. Thank you to the people who have made the suggestions for these cards. Check the community tab, look at the list, tell me what to swap out. You don't, and I just have to also point out that it's not a, once you give me a suggestion, you're done. You can make multiple suggestions, just please don't do them in the same post. Put a couple days between it. Keep the suggestions not expensive, like under $10. And thank you to those who are subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. That is very appreciated. Click the like button if you liked it. Leave a comment. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.